You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. It almost seems like if you talk to her, you might come off as thirsty. And if you don't speak to her, now you come off as a wimp and not confident. So, which one should it be? Which one should you do? We have almost moved to a point in time where you can only speak to women on dating apps as far as major cities in America go. I'm not going to say this is all around, but I will say major cities such as like New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Miami, Atlanta, Texas, you name it, and the cities within those states. This is how it seems that you must meet people. And I was just speaking to friends about this, and it's almost like it's awkward if you try to speak to people in public. In certain cities, again, I'll start with Los Angeles because I'm definitely familiar with that city. And I will say that approaching women in Los Angeles is a very weird situation. First of all, when they go out, they don't even seem like they go out with the intention to meet other men. Now, perhaps they kind of do, and if it happens, it happens. But then you always have to watch out for the cock blocker. There's always the cock blocker. It almost seems like it's gotten to the point to where if there's not a cock blocker, I'm like, yo, I'm surprised. I'm like, whoa, there's none of her friends are cock blocking. They're actually allowing us to engage with each other. But let's be honest, man. There's a lot of cock blocking that goes on. And then you have the male orbiters who probably are the friends, not with benefits, just straight platonic friends. And like, oh, I want to be her friend. And then you try to holler at her. And then maybe her friend tries to step in and say, hey, what are you talking to her for? It's like, what do you have to get involved for, dude? I'm not talking to you. Why are there so many men that are afraid to speak to women in public? And I know this to be a fact because I hear some of my female friends tell me this. They say, oh, how come men don't speak to them in public? Because they have to worry about numerous things. Are you some crazy ass chick who's going to try to say this or that? Or do you have all these male orbiters around you who want to be your boyfriend, but you don't like them like that, but you still hang out with them because they give you the attention that maybe that you need and want? And now they feel like, oh, I should act like your boyfriend when we're out in public, even though he's not. You hang around dudes like that. So then it's like you wonder why no men approach you. You see, and this is the dilemma, folks, that we're in this country, especially in major cities, as I mentioned earlier. And so, now that I think about it, it might not even just be major cities, because from what I see going on online and what people are speaking about, because I read the chats, I read the comments, I go into these communities and listen to what people are saying about these certain situations. I read the comments, okay? And it seems like it's a problem across major Western countries. I think it's something that we got to take a look at. I also think that some women are out of control, are just out of control, man. And I don't know how it's gotten so far out of control. Like, we need to do something or figure something out that we could do to bring it back to where it needs to be. But I will say that some of these women are out of control, and they just act like, for lack of a better word, bitches. And they need to be told that. And like I said, I don't like to use that word lightly, okay? But there are some out there where it's just like, yo, there's no other way to put it. This is the way you are acting. And the only type of a man that you will attract with that behavior is a beta male. A beta male, possibly provider, or just a straight up beta male that will just listen to everything that you say, never challenge you or speak back to you because he's afraid and he's in a scarcity mindset. And not only that, but you like a man that you can boss around and tell what to do and challenge, even though some of them will say, oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I don't want that. She'll tell you that she wants an alpha male and that this is the type of man that she wants. And she wants a strong man and a leader and a provider and someone who can show the way and build the path and the foundation. But I guarantee you that some of those women, not all, but some, the moment that he says to her, hey, you know what? No, you're wrong. She's going to be like, what? What? Oh, how dare you? What? And like I said, not all women, but there's a few out there that would do this. I can guarantee you that. And then you know what? They're going to bounce and they're going to leave and they're going to try to be like, okay, they're going to be on to the next one, right? And that's cool. You can be on to the next one. Enjoy, because I guarantee you, and I know this for a fact, I know this to be factual, that they will move on to the next one, like the song. But once they do that, they're going to find the man that will bow down and that will listen to what they say and everything that they say. And then guess what? Eventually, they're going to be feeling understimulated. Guarantee you on that. Because you know why? Because at the end of the day, like she said, she wants a man to be a leader and a protector and a provider. And if the man is just like, oh, yeah, honey, whatever you say. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Or like, I heard other people say, oh, I like that better in the color red. And she's like, no, you know what? I think I like pink better. And he's like, yeah, you know, I like pink too. She's going to be like, oh, man, what a bitch. No, because she wants a man that's going to stand up to her and say, nah, I don't like that color. I don't like that color. That's cool that you like that color, but that's not the color that I like. That's what she wants. Guarantee you. So, but yeah, I think overall men are intimidated. They're a little intimidated. It's not that they're weak or, you know, I mean, that could be the case with certain things because I think social media has done that to a certain degree. But I will say for the most part, though, that I think men are just tired. They're just done. And there's just too many obstacles and courses and jumps and mentality and have to figure things out. And like, oh, what does she mean by that? And, oh, how come she's taking 3 or 4 hours to text me back? And, you know, all this. And it's just like, oh, we don't have time for the mind games. It's just like, damn, do you want to hook up or not? Like, if not, then don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? And some might say the same thing, but it's like, nah, a lot of y'all women want to go on dates and then be like, oh, you know what? I think, and I'm not saying that this happens to me or this is all the time. I'm just saying I've heard these stories from other people. I've heard that this is what other people have done to other people. And of course, the more you date, the more experiences you're going to have, which I think is a good thing. So from what I will say, it's just we don't have time for the games anymore. Ladies, will you please step it up and stop looking at sex as a taboo thing?